Ladies and gentlemen, the Greater Metro Junior Hockey League proudly presents to you the Bradford Rattlers and the Knights of Meaford. This is the final game of the regular season for the Bradford Rattlers. Both teams want to close out this 2021-22 GMHL season, regular season, I should add, with a strong finish. Rattlers looking to get an extra 2 points, and try to get to 31 wins. They're currently sitting at 30 wins, 5 losses, 2 losses coming in overtime and shootout. So the Bradford Rattlers will be guaranteed to play the West Nipissing Lynx in round 1 of the Russell Cup playoffs. That'll be a 3-game series, best of 3. You're looking at Bugwash, lay it back for Pavel Rodskov. Starting goalies for tonight's contest for the Bradford Rattlers, number 30, David Ursek. Gets the cage here tonight, native of Slovakia. He comes in with a goals against average of 1.76 and a save percentage of .947. For the Knights of Meaford, number 50 from the Netherlands, David Reed. For the Knights of Meaford, Rattlers have iced the puck, so the faceoff's going to come to the left of David Ursek. If you remember, a while ago during the summer, it was a prospect tournament that was held, elite hockey prospects here at the Bradford West Gwillimbury Arena. David Ursek was the starting goaltender of Team Red. Team Red went on to win every single game that David Ursek started, and they ended up winning that little prospect tournament. So David Ursek, we got a good look at him there. Saw 4 or 5 games of David before he was a member of the Bradford Rattlers, and I've said multiple times during the broadcast that he was the MVP, in my opinion, of the whole entire tournament. You see Oleg Grishatov try to pass it to the front of the net, but Mansurov was right there. Pass just couldn't quite catch up to him. Grishatov doing a good job. In comes a Schickman, interferes with his man, number 77. That would be Hayden Phillip, and a penalty coming up to the Bradford Rattlers. One of the leading scorers on their team, Tacoma Schickman, will sit for 2 minutes. Interference is the call, so the Knights of Meaford will test their first power play unit here tonight with 18:33 to go in the first. Knights of Meaford currently sit 4th in the Northern Division. That's most likely where they're going to end up. The Ville-Marie Pirates, I'm not sure if they have a game in hand, but they do have 1 less point than the Knights of Meaford. So if the Knights win here tonight, that'll be a guaranteed 4th place spot for them. Long shot from the blue line. Ursek got that one through traffic. He steered it to the corner. Chernovalsky is there battling. It comes away for Witkowski, and he can clear the zone. Derek Morehouse starts back for the Knights. It comes off to the blue line. Grishatov, while shorthanded, picks it up, got it loose. Bogwash able to send that puck down the length of the ice after Derek Morehouse, the Winnipeg native, was unable to handle that rolling puck. So Brandon Kipling, from his own end of the ice, he'll feed it on back to Morehouse again. Taking that puck is Makar. Makar Korochenko, number 97, native of the Netherlands. Also a few people on this Knights of Meaford team from the Netherlands. When you think hockey, you don't quite think of the Netherlands, but it's great to see a bit of diversity here in Europe. In the GMHL here, most of the time you think of European players, you immediately think to Russians, Swedes, Finns. Adam Jasarek from his own end, leading the rush up to Korochenko. Korochenko back after 97 in blue, or in red. Played over to Stenlock. Stenlock punched over by the captain, Michael Hill. It comes down low into the corner, taking that puck along now is DeGo. From the blue line, great penalty-killing effort made by Rizvan Mansurov. He'll find Michael Hill on a breakaway, shorthanded. Michael Hill shoots, stop, rebound, and that one just rolled into the corner. David Reed coming up strong, shorthanded on the breakaway. As the Rattlers penalty finally expires, as Schickman's out on the ice, we're back to 5-on-5. Chernovalsky, a Schickman one-timer stopped. Rebound looking for Hill. He was right there, but Mansurov can see that puck go away from center. Back to Chernovalsky and out of Dennis Kabanov. He'll get it to Tacoma Schickman. Shikman into the zone looking for Mansurov on the front of the goal. He can't connect on him there, but Mansurov has it from the corner looking for a hill. He found him, but a whistle. And I'm not too sure why the whistle has been blown.
Am I on TV?
Sorry about that. We had a fan in the attendance come right up to the microphone. You probably heard him asking if he was on YouTube. And you know, I love the people, I really do, but if you see the mic on and you see me calling the game, just don't talk. That's really the best way I can tell it. I love talking to you guys, but there's a time and a place, and while the game's going on, that ain't the right time and that ain't the right place. During the intermission, I'd be more than happy to talk to everybody and all that good stuff, but not during the game, and that's just what happened. So my apologies on a little rant here. Just had to clarify. As you see, the Knights of Meaford break that puck into the zone, picked off by Felix Chernovatsky, and out he will start looking for Wetkowski. Can't find him there, and out comes David Reed, the netminder, to play it out to center. Thomas Gray getting the zone, native of Nunavut. He shrieks his way in, looking for Korochenko. He had him here, but that one deflected up and into protective mesh, up and out of play. About 5 minutes elapsed in this first period. 15:04 to go. Still a scoreless tie at 0. Daniel Suda from behind his own cage. He'll get it up the gut to Martin Nagy. Nagy back in his own end for Denis Kabanov. Broken up by Sava Boloklovs on the ice, paired up with Daniel Suda. That one shot from the range off the mask of David Ursek, up and out of play as he checks his mask looking for a little damage. Won't find any there, puts it on, and he is back and ready to go. Knights of Meaford get 5 freshmen on the ice here tonight. That's unable to win that faceoff for the Knights of Meaford. A backhand effort goes up and out of play, almost right into the lap of PA announcer Travis Defoe. Look out, Travis. GMHL standings currently set us the following in the North Division. Temiskaming is a lock for first place. They have clinched the division. Bradford Rattlers will finish in second. Bradford Bulls will finish in third. And it's a toss-up between fourth and fifth place between the Knights of Meaford and the Ville Marie Pirates. Martin Nagy starts out from his own end. You see Bugwash getting held down right there, but no call. Back into the Pirate zone, or the Knight zone, I should add, was Finn Musey. Knights of Meaford getting that puck into the Rattler zone, picked off by Kabanov. Backhand swinging effort, found Bugwash. He'll get it up the gut to Nagy. Nagy looking with Mattis with him. Bugwash can trail behind him. Martin Nagy going wide. He'll whip it right towards the front, but it gets right to Kabanov. Kabanov had a trigger pull, but he left the puck behind. Lead change here for the Knights of Meaford. Bringing it in was Badura. That one slapped back down by the Rattlers, and so icing is called on Team Green. The Knights of Meaford have a record of 37 games played. They have 21 wins, 12 losses, and 4 overtime losses. A very strong regular season for these Knights of Meaford. For the past few years, they have been a little towards the bottom of the North Division standings. A great comeback here for these Knights of Meaford, and they look like quite a team that can do a bit of damage in the playoffs. A potential dark horse and maybe an upset team, some might say. Getting held down was Tacoma Schickman, no call coming on the Knights of Meaford. David Reed, a netminder for the Knights of Meaford, goes out of his cage to play it on behind, comes to the blue line. Schaller can't get it back in deep, and that allows Bolduc to get it out for the Knights of Meaford. Oleg Reshetov Up the wing looking for Sigelnik. He originally had him, but that puck was a little too hard coming off the stick of Grishitov and just kind of rode off a Schickman stick. Schaller leaving it for Maxim Sigelnik rather, and out come the Knights of Meaford breaking out once again. It's Bolduc getting it back in deep. Racing on after it is Roy. Xander Roy getting back into it. He's pressured off by Cherlowski. He'll get it up the boards to Frolov. Vadim Frolov stops on the blue line to find Grishitov. Oleg Grishitov getting the zone, has Schaller heading towards goal. Can't find him here. Nice defensive play made by number 95 in red. That is Riley Lavallee. Broken up, it's Frolov. Frolov into the Knight zone, unable to get anything going. Tyler Baxter from the blue line dumps it in. Max Johnson still can't clear the zone, but it comes back down low to Frolov, one of the leading scorers for these Bradford Rattlers. He had his man Sigelnik in front, can't quite find him, and that puck can be slapped back in by Thomas Gray, the Nunavut native. Ursak out of his goal to play it to Suda. Suda looking to center, trying to find Monsieur. All but Schickman picks it up, and here he comes. Tacoma Schickman to the forehand, and he was stopped by Reed. That puck placement by the netminder David Reed allowed the Knights of Meaford to get that puck out of their own zone into the Rattlers' corner. Sharp angle bid coming off the wing from number 91. That is Jordan DeGroe to the blue line. It's held in by Jarek. A shot from the wing, a slap pass, won't shoot to the slot. Another trigger pull just went off the stick of Jordan DeGroe, and that was a perfect chance for the Knights of Meaford. Maybe one too many passes as Michael Hill bring it in for Monsurov. He can't quite dish him here. Michael Hill to the slot as Schickman. He was looking for a pass down low, maybe should have shot it. And that's one instance on both sides of the rink where both teams should have shot it and maybe have made one too many passes. You learn from your mistakes. Hopefully the Rattlers can maybe get a little more shots on goal against David Reed, who hasn't been tested all that much. Most of the shots have missed the target or have been blocked in front. We have hit the 10-minute mark in the first period. Still a scoreless tie. Adam Witkowski starts in looking for Levitsky. He couldn't quite connect. That allows the Knights of Meaford bringing that puck into the zone. It's Hayden Phillip, the Stouffville, Ontario native, and a save made for David Ursak, and he'll hold with no further play coming with 10:32 to go in the first period. Slapped in at the blue line. It gets in for McCarthy. He can't get it out, however. Kabanov on the ice, paired defense with Pavel Rodskov. He has it now. Rodskov sends it up to an open wing. That allows Derek Morehouse for the Knights to get that puck back into the Rattler end. It comes to Badura. Badura lost it into the corner, allowing the Rattlers to skate on out. Adam Witkowski has Rodskov behind him. McCarthy heading towards the goal. Calling for it is Levetsky, but Rodskov has it. Looking for a tip was Levetsky, and it just missed the net. McCarthy, nice hit, and same with Levitsky. As this identity line, you should call it, on for the Bradford Rattlers, centered by Julian McCarthy. Levitsky slaps it in, and Witkowski will give chase. Brandon Kipling from his own end of the ice, trying to get that puck out of the zone. Couldn't quite do so as the Rattlers quickly slap it in on in. Bogwash pressuring over the attacking player. That allows the Knights of Meaford to settle everything down and get it to center, and Cherlowski stood up into his man, number 88, Xander Roy, the Sudbury native, feeling it from Alexei Cherlowski. Break the other way. It's the Knights of Meaford. Nearly had a chance on the breakaway, but another chance for the Knights. They cut in. Xander, a shot, a rebound. It's flooded aside, and trying to get it is Hugo Stenlak. It gets to the play of Sven Musi. Up the gut he comes, has Nagy and Bogwash with him, trying to find Martin Nagy, but it just got away from him. Nagy turns on a dime. He sends it back down low, at least tried to, but it was intercepted. Punched right back to Baxter, and he'll find Sven Musi back down low. Brandon Kipling, the Manitoba native, got pinned up on the boards by Sven Musi, and now Bogwash in a tie-up as well with his man. That is Marko Korochenko. Shot from center, rolling in on goal. That's a routine save for David Reed. Bolduc from his own end. He rushes the puck into the Rattlers zone, hurries it, but it's picked off by Bolaklov, and he's in his feet. He's having trouble with that one. Flutter pass to the neutral zone. Sigelnik picks it up. He starts back. Maxim Sigelnik, he let the trigger go, and it's blockered away into the corner by David Reed. Puck got flipped to the opposite wing of the ice. Dennis Kabanov backhanding that one back in. Alec Bolduc, the Warwick, Quebec native, unable to get that puck out of the zone, so it's Sigelnik feeding it back in front for Schaller. Just couldn't get him there. Brenyan getting that puck into the zone for the Knights of Meaford, but it comes to the blue line. A shot deflected, but never got onto the cage to Ursak. Dennis Kabanov picks up. He has Schaller, Sigelnik, and Frolov with him. Sigelnik holds, looks over the option, shoots that one, fluttered up and wide. Schaller racing on after it. It's picked up by the Knights of Meaford, number 91, Martin Badura. Declan Flanagan dumping that puck in for the Knights. Puck got bobbled up in the air, picked off by Frolov. He tried to spring his man Sigelnik, who's been out there for quite a while. And the Rattlers split possession once more. It's Frolov. Vadim Frolov tried to get his way around a maze of players, couldn't do so. Brandon Kipling snaps it up the wing. You're looking at Martin Badura. Badura to the high slot, holds, won't shoot. Ashikman doing a great job not allowing any offense generated by the Knights of Meaford. Great back checking by him. It comes to Rizvan Mansurov. He'll spin it into the opposite corner. Ashikman picking it up. He has Mansurov and Hill at the front of the goal. He couldn't quite catch him there. And that allows the Knights of Meaford to break that puck out of their own end. Hugo Stenlak dumping it in. Urshak out of the goal to play it. Oleg Grishatov from the corner, snapping it up the wing for Mansurov. Can't find him here. Icing is called on the Bradford Rattlers with 6:13 to go in the first period. Again, this is the last regular season game, I should add, before the start of the Russell Cup playoffs, and I believe for the Rattlers it'll start this Thursday at 7:30. I believe warm-ups will be at 7:15. They'll drop that puck once more. Oleg Grishatov picking it up, and he'll slap it off the boards and down the length of the ice, but only got to center. Grishatov slapping it back for Michael Hill to Mansurov. Mansurov rushing in. He'll shoot that one, deflected up and out of play. Bradford Rattlers have had a lot of shooting chances. Same with the Knights of Meaford, but both teams are still doing maybe one too many passes. And when the shooters do have a good look on the net, they normally hang on to the puck for just a second too long, allowing a back-checking player to come and disrupt that play. So if you're the coaching staff going into the intermission, I think I would tell my players, hey, just keep firing that puck. Any chance you can shoot on the goalie, you take it. Let's see what Mansurov can do here. He lost that puck, however, to Alec Bolduc, and that is sent back down the length of the ice by the Knights of Meaford. Icing will be waved off, however, as Daniel Suda caught up to that one. Daniel Suda looking for Michael Hill. That's two straight icings waved off. One for the Knights, one for the Rattlers. And now the Knights of Meaford in their red away jerseys have possession of that puck. It's odd to see color on color, as normally the Knights of Meaford should be wearing their white jerseys, but they are wearing their red. Maybe they don't have a white jersey, I'm not too sure, but honestly, I kind of like it. I like the color on color, the red on the green. I don't mind it at all. But of course, the black and green, I'm sure, looks a lot better if you're a Rattler fan, of course. It comes to the blue line, shot from the range. It's flexed down on the pad by Ursak. Delayed penalty coming up on the Rattlers. And cross-checking will be called, I believe, to Daniel Suda for the Rattlers. So the Meaford Knights have their second opportunity on the power play. They are 0 for 1. So the Czech Republic native Daniel Suda for cross-checking. The first penalty was taken by Tacoma Schickman for a tripping minor. Here we go, underway up the power play for the Knights of Meaford. It comes rink wide, a shot saved by Ursek. He stood up strong and he's able to swallow the rebound. David Ursek with a great square positioning. And that's one thing you notice about David Ursek. He's very sound positionally. He's very good going post to post, but most importantly, he's always in the right place at the right time, always squared to that shot. And the one thing you can notice with David Ursek is his positioning. He is never out of position. To the blue line it comes now. The Knights of Meaford play catch on the perimeter now. You're looking at Badura. Badura walks the line. He'll go rink wide to the play of Bolduc. His shot snatched out of the air by Ursek. With that Ursek save, the Rattlers and the Knights of Meaford will get line changes on defensively and forward-wise. Levitsky, Grishatov, Sigelnik, and Chernobytsky are the 4 penalty killers on for the Bradford Rattlers, but they're going to be a little bit of a problem now as Levitsky broke his stick, but it's not a big problem as the Bradford Rattlers are able to get that puck down the length of the ice, so it's only 1:07 to go in the power play to the Knights of Meaford, and they quickly roar back into the zone on a chance here on the power play, and they score. Hugo Stenlak makes it 1-0 on the power play for the Knights of Meaford. Bradford Rattlers came into tonight's contest with the highest rated penalty kill in the GMHL and a uncharacteristic power play goal against by the Bradford Rattlers. Let's see how they respond with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first period. It's handled back right into the slot area. David Ursek has to quickly pounce over that puck and hold for no further play. Korochenko on the faceoff for the Knights of Meaford. He picks it up again. Korochenko on the backhand. He flooded it blocker side on David Ursek, who gave him a shove while he was skating through the blue crease. Montserrat picking it up for the captain, Michael Hill. He lost the handle on it. Skating back in is Hayden Phillip. Phillip will get it to Tacoma Schickman. He'll nudge it off the wing for Bulaklov. Bulaklov out of the zone. As Schickman's hustling on after it, he has Michael Hill heading towards the goal. Tacoma Schickman will go wide with that puck, swing it out in front, intercepted, but as Schickman picks his pocket again. Tacoma Schickman doing it all himself. He'll dump it back for Michael Hill, looking for the centering feed for Montserrat. He whipping it towards the slot area. Handled off by David Reed, but it's loose in the slot area, picked up by Montserrat. He'll fire that one off the mask of David Reed. Play will continue. Knights of Meaford from their own end trying to get that puck out of the zone, and handling that puck now is Hugo Stenlak, the latest goal scorer, allowing the Knights of Meaford to dump that puck in and get a line change. Rattlers trying to catch the Knights of Meaford sleeping here, and they might do so here. Montserrat, he blew an edge. He tried to feed it on in front for Nagy. A turnaround shot never got in through, and out come the Knights of Meaford breaking that puck out of the zone. And they won't get any zone time here as they have just been called offside, as Thomas Gray just a little too anxious getting in across to the Rattler end of the ice. So offsides is called on the Knights of Meaford with 2:08 to go. In this first period, a power play goal was scored by Hugo Stenlak, native of Sweden. And he put the Knights of Meaford up by 1, and that's where we currently sit. It is 1-0 here at the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena. Felix Chernobytsky, that's his second big hit tonight. This time Jordan DeGros was on the receiving end of that hit, and he's still way into the Rattlers zone, and they finally come back up, but they are offside. And after that hit, DeGros broke his visor. The visor just popped right off of his cage. Don't really see that too often. Maybe he really got hit that hard by Charlovetsky. It popped his visor right off. Off the glass and back into the zone. Charlovatsky will give chase. Oleg Richitov from his own end for Bogwatch. He was knifed it away from him. Chance here for the Knights of Meaford. It comes to the blue line. A shot by Johnson. Save. Rebound. It's loose. Martin Nagy picking that puck up after multiple slash and hacks away by the Knights of Meaford. And they will be called. No. David Ursek is getting a penalty. Officials explaining to the Rattler bench. I'm not sure if someone on the ice had to serve the penalty or they're getting a player from the bench. I believe a person on the ice does have to fill in and serve this minor penalty against the netminder for Bradford, David Ursek. I believe it was roughing will be called. Let's listen to the official announcement. And roughing will be the call as you see him make 2 consecutive saves. He had it covered and they were still battling on Ursek. And he goes to the official and complains to him. Knights of Meaford currently standing up and slamming their sticks on the boards. Rattlers will do the same. It's getting a little noisy here at the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena on this Sunday night on ice. Knights of Meaford still lead by a goal. They are on the power play. That power play has 1:40 to go, but a few more seconds will be shaved off that clear by the Bradford Rattlers. Forward-wise, they have Witkowski and Sigelnik. Defensively, Rodskov and Dennis Kabanov. We've approached the final minute. In the first period of play, Pavel Rodskov, a good defensive step up, and he got that puck out of the zone. There's a Meaford Knight player in the Rattlers zone right now. That is Mathis Grenyon. Definition of cherry picking, but sometimes it works. 35 seconds, time remaining in this first period. Maxim Sigelnik with a very, very smart play by him. Getting that puck in the offensive zone, skating it into his own end, and then throwing it back in. Great play to shave more time off this period and the power play for the Knights of Meaford. That puck can be picked up by Martin Badera. Badera can drop that puck to Johnson. Johnson up the gut. Badera picks it up, but he overskated it. Getting his own now is Adam Jernick. Jernick had it, lost it. Vadim Frolov picks it up short-handed, but he just ran out of time. I believe David Reed stopped that shot anyway. Anyhow, after 20 minutes of play, it's the Knights of Meaford 1, Bradford Rattlers 0. We'll be back for the second period after this intermission. Nick Stella, along with the Bradford Rattlers organization, set to bring you period number 2 on this Sunday night on ice between the Rattlers and the Knights. And the face-off has begun, and we are underway with this middle frame. The Knights of Meaford have 20 seconds of power play time to work with here, but they almost iced it right there as David Ursek will hold and cover that puck just a few seconds into this second period. Scoring summer only had one goal to talk about. It was Sweden native number 71, Hugo Stenlack. Knights of Meaford still have 15 seconds of power play time. Hugo Stenlack, the latest goal scorer. After it, he sends that back down low to DeGao. Jordan DeGao still with it, turns and fires. Ursek comes out of his cage to play it, but he didn't do it in time as the referee has blown the whistle to stop. Face-off coming up to the right. It is then won over by the Bradford Rattlers. Skating into the draw was Michael Hill, roaring up the wing. You see him use his speed, got it to the front of the goal. Monserov turns and fires off the side of the cage. And down on the ice for the Rattlers, slow to get up, is Tacoma Schickman. And if you're just tuning in, the Russell Cup playoffs for the Bradford Rattlers begins this Thursday. They open against the West Nipissing Lynx. And again, that series will begin on Thursday, and I believe Game 2 would be on the Sunday. Half-boards battle. Both teams sending two players to tie it up against the boards. Picking it up is Monserov, and he'll start over for the Bradford Rattlers. Getting the zone with Hill with them. Monserov on the wraparound bid, stopped by Reed. It comes to Kabanoff at the blue line, going down low to a Schickman. A Schickman picking it up. He worked his way to the high slot, picked off by the Knights of Meaford player. It gets spun around. Max Johnson, the Calgary native, was after it. He tried to get out of the zone, but Kabanoff is there to Michael Hill. Michael Hill tried to go cross-rink to find Pavel Rodskov. It was knifed down by a nice play by Derek Morehouse, and he has that puck, and he'll send it off the boards right to the possession of Kabanoff. He'll get it to Rodskov, now to a Schickman. Tecom will drop it back for Rodskov, back to a Schickman, looking towards the goal. It's loose for a brief moment, and quickly jumping on that puck is David Reed, the Netherlands native, and he'll cover that puck. With about 2 minutes have gone by in this second period, still a 1-0 lead for the Knights of Meaford over the Bradford Rattlers on home ice. Not too many times the Rattlers give up the first goal when on home ice, but it's happened here. And Maxim Skelnick took too long on the face-off, so the referee just dropped it without him even being ready. Icing will be waved off as Ursek got a piece of that puck. He'll send it up the wing for Frolov. Try to get it to Sigelnik, try to weave his way through, couldn't get by. Puck fired in by the Knights of Meaford. Tyler Baxter in his own end to take it. He looks over the scene. He was being hounded by Thomas Gray, almost forced to give away. Vadim Frolov after it now. Nice pick off by Thomas Gray. He gets the interception here. Nice stick lift by Maxim Sigelnik. That gets that puck out of the zone. Taking it now was Adam Jasarek. Jasarek weaving his way into the Rattler end. He'll drop it back. Sending up the wing is Jordan DeGao. DeGao at the blue line, and Morehouse unable to keep that zone alive, so he'll slam it back into the Rattlers' end of the ice, where Pavel Rodskov picks it up. Rodskov will get over to Baxter, and he'll send it off the high glass. Nice hit by Schauler right in front of the timekeeper's area. They both battle away in the official's crease, but it gets to the play of Hugo Stenlack, and he rang the post on that sharp bid chance. Hugo Stenlack's been all over the ice with the puck here tonight. I believe that is his 4th grade A scoring chance. He had a few in the first period, but only one cashed in, and that was the power play goal for Stenlack, the only goal in this contest thus far, as the second period has 16:48 left remaining in it. Puck has been dropped. Grishitov off the face-off will send it to Bogwash's way. It gets pinned back down by the Knights of Meaford. Badera got a shot away, never got on through. Brandon Kipling has it. He tried to backhand into the zone. Getting checked on the play there was Martin Badera, but he pops back up. Badera can't swing that puck into the zone. That allows the Rattlers to start out. It's Martin Nagy, a nice toe drag move. Martin Nagy, a shot stop made by Reed. Fancy moves were thrown on by Martin Nagy, and he has the puck here. He'll find Bogwash. He'll turn and fire that one, turned aside by Reed. Then cleared out of the zone, but not by much, as it comes right back into the Knights of Meaford end, and Kipling can get that puck up and out of the zone for an icing against the Knights of Meaford. Again, on an icing call, your team is unable to make personnel changes. So the Knights of Meaford have iced that puck, and they already had new players out on the ice. Those old players then have to come onto the ice in exchange for the new ones. And the Bradford Rattlers, since they did not ice the puck, they're free to do whatever they want with the line changes. They elect to throw on their identity line. Julian McCarthy, Witkowski, and Levitsky are the forwards on. Rodskov and Kabanov are the defensemen. That one's picked up by Derek Morehouse. He'll send it up the gut. It's knifed away by Grennan. And racing on back was Witkowski, but picking it up is Kipling. Kipling found Thomas Gray getting into the zone. Lead chance broken up by the Rattlers. Here comes Levitsky. Stefan Levitsky, shot turned down by Reed into the corner. It's Derek Morehouse leaving it over for his man. That is Riley Lavalley. Lavalley going to the front area. Tried to pick up that pass, but it was picked off by Rodskov, and here he comes. Rodskov tried to send it to McCarthy, just a little out of his reach. Stefan Levitsky steals it with Witkowski coming in, but a great play was made. McCarthy takes a shot. Save made by Reed. It comes to the blue line to Rodskov. Rodskov, he's unable to keep that puck into the zone, allowing Thomas Gray to get it out for the Knights of Meaford. Dennis Kabanov, he skates to center, weaving his way through. He gains the Knight zone. Kabanov looking to the blue line for Mansurov. He hounded him here. Tacoma Schickman back down into the corner. Schickman going wide. He's peeled off by his man. That was Kachenko. Korochenko still on Mansurov, but he peels it back in. Jasarek picked it off, and he'll feed it for his man coming up. That is Makar Korochenko. Picked off Jordan DeGrau. His shot never got onto the target. Another one deflected en route, but it's right in front of the net. Both, and David Ursak had to be square to that one, as he's always been, and every game he has played. Little mislaps in the defensive zone by the Rattlers, allowing Meaford get all sorts of offensive opportunities here. Rattlers don't have an answer, and they still don't. A tee-up shot there, and getting the glass on that shot was Brandon Kipling. It gets fed back down low by Hugo Stenlack. Into the corner, skating away with it to the blue line. It comes over to Kipling again, but he had it intercepted. Michael Hill has a breakaway. Michael Hill, the captain, backhander, stopped by Reed. Michael Hill still after it. He tried the Michigan. It bobbles right in front of the crease, and David Reed still blanking the Rattlers here tonight, and they can't buy one right now. Sigelnik lines it on the face-off. Frolov picks up, turns, and whips one towards the goal. Blocker down with a purpose by David Reed. A fluttering clearing attempt got as far as center. Sigelnik had it going, rolled off the stick of Rodskov, and so Felix Chernovalsky will get it off the glass to Schaller. Schaller will find Sigelnik between his legs and through. Vadim Frolov back in front, and just missing the net was Schaller on that chance. He had a gaping 6x4, and he didn't get all of it on it. 13:22, time remaining in the middle frame of regulation time. Maxim Sigelnik on the face-off for the Rattlers. He pulled it on back. Cholovalsky shoots it, deflected by Frolov, and it just goes wide. Winnipeg native Derek Morehouse plays it off the wing. Cholovalsky with his third big hit in tonight's contest. I love Felix's game here tonight. He's been very physical, and that's what you got to see for the Bradford Rattlers heading into playoff time. You got to be physical to win the championship. Brechitov's shot went wide, picking it up with Sigelnik. Maxim Sigelnik going back down low to Frolov. Frolov, he'll find Sigelnik into the slot, shoots and scores! Maxim Sigelnik gets one on the board for the green and black. Mansurov, Rattlers finally have an answer, but the Knights are right back in. That high shot was stopped by Ersak, and it quickly signals to the officials that his mask has come off. While the officials tend to the mask of David Ersak getting some quick repairs right now, talking to the official behind him. Seems like everything is okay on the side of David Ersak, and so play will continue in just a few moments. Again, the latest goal scored by number 9, Rizan Mansurov. Ersak seems to be okay. And so the face-off will be coming to the right of him, and Bugwash quickly picking it up and leaving it over for Nagy, but getting their first number 17, Declan Flanagan, native of Ottawa, Ontario. Dennis Kavanagh, looks like he got a slash up in the helmet area. Always a dangerous play. Thomas Gray forechecking pretty well. As multiple times in this game, he's been all over the Bradford Rattlers. I can remember in the first period, Grichotov had the puck in his own end, but it took him a long time to get out of the zone because guess who was right in front of him watching his every step? Number 10, Thomas Gray for the Knights of Meaford. Sven Musi takes the shot, and it's juggled and then covered by the netminder David Reed. David Reed has been very good here in tonight's contest, and I believe I say that almost every time against a opponent of the Bradford Rattlers whenever they come into the Leisure Center here, but honestly, it's true. Every time it's true. Anytime a team plays the Rattlers, their best player is normally their goaltender. And tonight you can make the same case so far, but we're only halfway through this contest. Second period has 11:40 to go, and the clock will stop just there as the puck has been sent up and out of play. Again, we're glad everyone can join us here for this Sunday night on ice between the Rattlers and the Knights of Meaford. 1-1 is your score right now. The Knights goal was scored in the first period on the power play by number 71, Hugo Stenlack, and for the Bradford Rattlers, it was Rizan Mansurov getting the tying goal as Stenlack getting his way back into the Rattler zone. He's hounded over by Julian McCarthy. Those two tie up into the corner. It's won by McCarthy, now to a Schickman. A Schickman getting into the zone. He peels wide, still free from everyone there, able to get to that puck, and a nice hit there by McCarthy. That pass can go back to Tyler Baxter to Adam Witkowski. He's punched up along the boards by number 11, Brendan Kipling, the Manitoba native. He's not from Winnipeg, it just says Manitoba right here, but I know he's not from Winnipeg. Getting up the wing is Matas Grenyan. He got a backhand effort. It's loose right in front. They have to get there in a hurry. The puck was just sitting there right in front of the crease with no one unable to get that puck into the Rattlers net in a red uniform. And so the Meaford Knights got to try again here, but a Schickman picking it up. Rattlers looking for their first lead of the contest here tonight. And so they use their first line unit to try to get it. It's Tacoma Schickman. He has Monsurov and Hill with him. And that pass got foiled. And out come the Knights of Meaford. It gets sent away from his intended man. That is Martin Badura. After icing was waved off, he turns and fires. It's loose. It's sitting right on top of the net. Right where the crease on the top is for the netminder's water bottle. That's exactly where the puck landed. Very, very rare that happening, but when it does, it causes for a bit of drama. It causes you to hold your breath a little bit, but luckily for us, well, luckily for the Rattlers, no damage has been done. Thomas Gray had it sent back down low. Grishitov on a one-handed spear fork effort, able to get that puck to Monsurov, but he can't get it out of his own end. That pass got all the way as far as center. Thomas Gray back in for the Knights of Meaford. He'll let a trigger pull go, and that's blockered up and out of play by the netminder David Ursek. Offensive zone faceoff won by the Knights of Meaford. It comes to the blue line, slapped back in by Jaseric. Broken up by Tacoma Schickman, or pardon me, that is Maxim Sigelnik. He'll find Florence Schaller, and it comes to Vadim Frolov. Frolov getting the zone. He'll get a shot away, but it's deflected up and into the protective mesh up and out of play. This has been a very stingy and pesty Knights of Meaford team. They can grind you out into corners, win those 50-50 battles, and because of those 50-50 battles, that allows the Knights of Meaford to get a few odd man rushes, and the one time it did work was in the first period on the power play. That set up Hugo Stenlak's first goal of the contest as Kabanov's shot just ran wide. That one is slapped back into the opposite corner by Pavel Rodskov. Maxim Sigelnik on after it. Kabanov sent his man to the ground. Sigelnik picking it up for Schaller. Sigelnik turns and tries to whip it towards the cage, but he just missed. Pavel Rodskov, maybe you can make a case for interference right there, but the Rattlers quickly slap it back into the zone. It's Frolov looking for Sigelnik. He has him here. Getting it to Frolov. Schaller to the blue line to Kabanov, and it just rolled over top of his stick. And so the Rattlers got to get a line change going here. Picking it up is Frolov, however. He tried to catch them napping. He made a nice spin-away move around his man, that Mac Johnson. Schaller again turns on a dime and heads the other way. Schaller maybe doing one too many moves right there. Maybe should have just dropped off the boards to Frolov. Knights of Meaford unable to hold onto that puck for very long, as quickly with possession again are the Bradford Rattlers. Martin Nagy with a nice one-touch pass to Frolov. Frolov turns on a dime, tried to play it over for Musi, but he couldn't do so. Daniel Suda from the blue line, a routine save made by David Reed, and no further play. 8:08, time remaining in this second period of play. Still a tie game at 1 between the Rattlers and the Knights. Netminders for both teams, David Reed for the Knights of Meaford has been terrific. And for the Bradford Rattlers, David Ursek has been a little better. I say that because more shots have been on David Ursek than David Reed. Tyler Baxter hit his man behind the play. That allows Baxter still run on after it against Riley Lavallee. Sven Musi picking it up. He fed it up the gut. Intercepted by Thomas Gray. He turns and spins it into the Rattlers' end. Not very far, but hey, you got it in the zone. Sven Musi picks it up from Bogwash. Sven Musi had a stick lifted, but he's still able to get it over to Nagy. Martin Nagy to the high slot. Grishitov shoots, blocked in front by Jaseric. Musi scores! Finn Musey gives the black and green a 1-goal lead for the first time here tonight. It is 2-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Finn Musey getting the tie-breaking goal. It's picked off by Hugo Stenlock, however. He sends it back down low. Chernovitsky will beat his man for that race. He and Stenlock collide into the corner. Played out by Derek Morehouse. The Winnipeg, Manitoba native will flip it into the Rattlers' end. Grishatov leaving it for Julian McCarthy. They'll find Stefan Levitsky. Levitsky, number 6 for the Rattlers, will play it for McCarthy. His shot was low and loose in a brief moment. It bobbled behind the cage of David Reed. Garbage then cleaned up by Braden Kipling, and he'll flip it up the gut as far as center, slapped back in and touched by McCarthy. Kipling couldn't get it as far, only to the center zone. Chernovatsky slaps it back into the zone. He heads up on the bench for a line change. Nice pickup by Pavel Rodskov. He skates in. Pavel Rodskov, he'll shoot. Turned aside by Reed. Puck flipped off the glass and out. Kabanov sending it back the other way. Adam Witkowski brings that puck over the blue line. Witkowski, a sharp angle bid into the glove of David Reed, and he says, look what I found. .6:02 time remaining in the second period. 2-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Latest goal scorer for Team Green was Finn Musey. He was able to give the black and green their first lead of tonight's contest. Tacoma Schickman unable to swat it the other way, so it comes over to Baxter, now to Monsurov. Monsurov to Michael Hill. He made a one-touch pass to Rodskov. Now Kabanov, he'll let it go and shot it just wide. Rodskov racing to the far side to keep that puck in the zone, and he'll do so. That one is then slapped away by number 17, Flanagan. Monsurov still after it, protects that puck, looks over his options, gets away from 3 players of the Knights of Meaford. A Schickman tried a one-hand spear it towards the slot area, couldn't do so. He and Bolduc are in a battle, but the puck still stays into the Knights of Meaford end. It's Tacoma Schickman turning on a dime away from his man. Monsurov, he lost it in his feet, but he quickly beats his man to the puck. Tacoma Schickman with it. He holds and fires that one, deflected off the side of the net. Monsurov after it. This is a very, very tired defensive unit out for the Knights of Meaford. Michael Hill takes the shot and he scores! Michael Hill! Michael Hill, after Tacoma Schickman and Monsurov danced their way around every player on the Knights of Meaford on the ice about maybe 5 times before finally Michael Hill picking that puck out of the corner. And he turns and he fired it and he blew it over the high glove of David Reed. Knights of Meaford have called a timeout. Puck has dropped and the timeout for the Knights of Meaford has expired, and honestly, they probably did it at the right time. Rattlers seem to have everything going their way. They have the last 3 unanswered goals, but the Knights of Meaford will get a chance here to get it within 1 as they will be heading to the power play now. For the 3rd time here tonight, they are 1 for 2. Heading to the box for tripping is Russian native Sava Bolaklov. He'll go 2 minutes for tripping. Little confusion on who will be taking this face-off for the Bradford Rattlers, and the defenseman Oleg Grishatov took it and he won it. Don't see defenders winning face-offs all too often. Nagy swings it towards the net. He had an open net and it was blocked by Sigelnik. Oh my heavens, what a break for the Knights of Meaford. I can't believe it. Shot from the line was blockered down by David Ursik. I'm still in a bit of a shake after that. I don't know how that didn't go in. I think it's more so I can't believe that the Rattlers had that opportunity shorthanded, and of course I just had to be blocked by your own teammate. That one came from Hugo Stenlock. Couldn't find his defenseman on that play, and so that puck gets sent back to the netminder David Reed. Martin Badera unable to get that puck to its intended target. Bogwash getting back in. He'll let a shot go shorthanded, turned aside by the netminder David Reed with 3:30 to go in this second period. 55 seconds remain in the power play for the Knights of Meaford. Their third of the contest. They are 1-4-2 on their previous two. Getting open to that pass is Flanagan. A shot from the blue line came off a shot of Alec Bolduc, and that was turned aside by Ursik. And the Rattlers doing a good job clearing that puck, and Witkowski picks it up. He's the lone Rattler there. Witkowski takes a shot. Blocker down with the purpose by Reed, and then he tried to find Bogwash, but it was intercepted as that high slot was covered by defender Sticks of the Knights of Meaford. It comes over to Flanagan. He'll let a shot go off the post, but they signal. Oh, pardon me, the Knights of Meaford signaled that puck was in the cage. Official quickly waving away that one. It gets below and a battle with it there, and right as soon as whistle sounds, they quickly point to the cage and say, hey, that one went in. Face off to the blue line, a shot blocker down by David Ursik. I don't know, I hate to say, I think from my vantage point, that last shot did go in. I think that last shot went in. Rattlers definitely dodging quite a bullet there, and they just did so again as David Ursik bails them out. Again, we are back to 5-on-5. Penalty has then expired. Again, 5-on-5 action. Tacoma Schickman will lead the rush. Out he comes, weaving his way into the crowd, got hauled down. But it looks like no call against the Knights of Meaford. .2:19 time remaining in this second period. Montserrat on the face-off. Michael Hill to the blue line to Chernovatsky. He'll get it to Michael Hill, back down low to a Schickman. Schickman peeling away from his man, and he's still trying to get by Martin Badera. Schickman can see that puck get rolled to the opposite wing, then picked up by Riley Lavallee, and they got crunched over to the boards. Michael Hill, quick to his feet, however. Chernovatsky from behind his own cage up the gut to Montserrat. He'll elevator a pass to center, trying to find Michael Hill, but picking that one off was Brandon Kipling, and out he comes to make a nice seam pass. A quick shot from the line, and that one got the glass. Tacoma Schickman picks it up defensively. He'll find it over on this side. Can't find anyone in a green uniform, thus resulting in an icing call against a relatively tired Bradford Rattler unit. Rattlers do have a 2-goal lead, but I do think the small things could be changed. By small things, I mean body language. You have the lead, you got to be into the game. There's a few players on the Rattlers on the bench and on the ice that just kind of slouch around so far. And communication is free. How many times have I been saying communication costs you nothing? I haven't heard much of communication thus far on the part of the Bradford Rattlers as you see Tacoma Schickman getting his way into the zone, but it was foiled and then picked off by Adam Jasarek. He tried to find Thomas Gray pass, was a little too hot to handle. Last minute to go in this second frame of regulation time. 3-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Mansurov had that deflected up into the Rattler bench. The faceoff will be coming into the neutral zone. Again, the Northern Division standings read as the following. Temiskaming locking down the first overall spot in the Northern Division. Bradford Rattlers have clinched second place. Bradford Bulls, Meaford Knights, and Ville Marie Pirates round out the top 6. Under 40 to go in this second period. Getting hauled down was Sven Musi, but he pops right back up. It gets to Levitsky, back to Musi. Sven Musi trying to find McCarthy. What a glorious chance there, but a nice defensive stick read was made by Max Johnson, the Calgary, Alberta native, and he has the puck right now. Max Johnson from his own end, try to get by Levitsky. He'll do so here. He makes a nice feed up the gut to the play of Grennan. Grennan had it rolled off his stick. Rodskov spins and fires it around the opposite wing with 15 to go. Musi picks up the puck to Rodskov, and this, I believe, is how the second period will end. Rodskov will find McCarthy. He'll get the last touch-up of this period, and there's the horn. After 40 minutes, the Bradford Rattlers answer in the second period, scoring 3 unanswered goals to make it 3-1 for their respective team. We'll be back for the third period of action after this intermission. Third period set to get underway between the Knights of Meaford and the Bradford Rattlers. And to start this third period, the Bradford Rattlers lead by a score of 3-1 to open this final frame of regulation time. The Rattlers will start with the Maxim Sigelnik line. Meaford Knights will go with the Riley Lavalli line. The faceoff has been dropped and we are underway for this third period of play. A giveaway, however, oh boy, nearly danger for the Bradford Rattlers there. A little mislapse by Felix Chernovalski, who has been one of the stronger Bradford Rattler players here tonight. Very, very physical player here tonight, and we just love to see that kind of play from Chernovalski, especially this is the last game of the regular season. I believe he is already in playoff mode. Vadim Frolov, he couldn't catch up to that stretch pass coming by the defense. And so icing is called on the Bradford Rattlers. Not even 40 seconds into this third period. Again, if you're the team who ices that puck, you are unable to get a line change off. However, the opposing team is free to do whatever they want. Shot from the blue line. Oh my, a scorcher off the pipe. My goodness, David Ursek got to be giving his post a little rub when the play goes the other way. A little Marc-Andre Fleury action, hopefully. And yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Back comes the other way. Frolov unable to get a trigger pull in time. That's getting that puck down the ice for the Knights of Meaford. And get a physical ride there was Makar Korchenko. And that allows the Rattlers to settle that puck down, and they will start their breakout. Sigelnik left, leaving it for Schaller. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Sigelnik picks it up and he looks over the scene. Smart play. He'll just slap it into the zone. The netminder David Reed out of his cage to play it. Picked up by Adam Jasarek. Jasarek lost it to Ashikman. Ashikman will fring Mansurov. He'll whip it to the front of the cage. Can't find Frolov. Pavel Rodskov will go back down low. He has it now behind the cage. Rodskov stutter steps, looks over the options. He'll backhand a pass down low to Ashikman. Ashikman tried to feed Rodskov again. He just couldn't quite connect. Rattler still with pressure, however. It's Mansurov. He has a goal here tonight. Punches it back to himself, lost an edge. He went down, played it, and got back up. Rivzon Mansurov, he's a good player. He does one thing every single game that just has you in disbelief, and right there was just one of them. He just does it with such ease, it looks like. It doesn't look like a challenge to him. That one is slapped away by Mansurov. Grennan trying to sleep it back in. Tacoma Schickman will start over for Mansurov, and he has it here looking for his second goal tonight. Unable to get the shot away that he wanted due to a defensive stick in the way, I believe, but it was by Brendan Kipling. So great defensive play made by Brendan to keep this game at a 3-1 score. 17:40 time left in this third period. Offensive zone faceoff for the Bradford Rattlers to the left of the netminder David Reed. Again, David Reed, native of the Netherlands. Two people of the Netherlands, or from the Netherlands, that are on this Knights of Meaford team here tonight. Sven Musi lost a tire going into the zone, but he's able to get it deep. Sven Musi, he has a goal here tonight as well. Musi picks it up. His shot was low and hard, but it's kicked out with a purpose by Reed into the corner. Blocked back down. Bogwash a shot there, and he sailed it wide. Bradford Rattlers getting some good looks now. That puck was cleared out by Declan Flanagan, native of Ottawa, Ontario. Daniel Suda can find Baxter. Baxter up the gut to Martin Nagy. He breaks his way into the Knight zone. Martin Nagy still with it. A backhand chip effort was made, and it's into the breadbasket of netminder David Reed, and he'll hold and cover as we approach the 16-minute mark of this third period. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is the last regular season game for the Bradford Rattlers. This Thursday will be the start of the playoffs. I believe it's a 7:45 puck drop. So warm-ups, I believe, start at 7:15. This is all still up in the air, so please don't quote me on this. Just a rough guesstimation with my few chats with some of the personnel of the Bradford Rattlers. All signs point towards Thursday at 7:45. Subject to change, I would think so. Stefan Levetsky tried to get his way into the Knights zone, unable to do so. Back in come the Knights of Meaford. A chip play made by Felix Charlavatsky, but that puck got swept away from him. Oleg Grishitov off the glass and out. Icing will be waved off. Rushing after it is Brandon Kipling. Kipling was pressured off by Stefan Levitsky, and that one can get settled back down by Alec Bolduc. Long stretch feed picked off by Julian McCarthy. Oh my, what a move. Julian McCarthy, a backhand dish right to the front, unable to get it there. And McCarthy, he'll flatten down someone in front of the cage. Hey, why not? Again, you want to talk about Felix Chernovalsky on the physical side of things. Julian McCarthy's been doing this all year. In a few games that he played in last season, the shortened season due to COVID-19, I think it was only 2-3 games. I think he led the league in hits. McCarthy's line heads off. Schallers comes on. And you see the Knights of Meaford have iced that puck. They wanted to get a line change off, but they're going to have to wait a little bit longer. As again, once you have iced the puck, you cannot make a line change. If you're the team icing the puck. There you go. I think that should clarify a little bit more. Five-on-five action. Maxim Sigelnik off the face-off. Try to punch it to Schaller. He'll do so here. Schaller down low to Sigelnik. Sigelnik a backhand dish into the corner. Now behind the net. Picked off by Schaller again. Florin waits. He'll let it go. Shoot. Stop. Rebound. Sigelnik is there battling with it. And David Reed pounces on that puck. .08 time remaining in this third period. A lot of whistles thus far in the early goings of this third period. A different story from the second and first, as those periods seem to have went by relatively fast. Not a whole lot of whistles have been called here in this game, but in the third period it seems to be picking up a little more. Bolaklov back down low, is unable to win the race, and trying a Michigan right there was Hayden Phillip, the native of Stouffville, Ontario. He's currently tying up Daniel Suda right now, and Daniel Suda returns a hit in favor to Xavier Kaza. Puck brought in by Hayden Phillip, unable to get his man there, so it comes out of the zone, but just as far as center, and that allows Jaseric to skate on back to their own blue line and start back up, but an interception, and Frolov starts for the Rattlers. Vadim Frolov, a nice read by Jaseric, but it comes right to Sigelnik. Maxim Sigelnik goes behind the cage, looking over on the backhand. He'll dump it over to Grishitov. His shot was going to go wide either way, but it's blocked in front by Alec Bolduc. Florin Schaller goes wide, switches spots with Grishitov. Florin Schaller still with it. He tried to go high blocker, but he just skimmed it over the top of the net. Charlavatsky will backhand it in for Schaller. He's all over the ice here on this shift here tonight. And that allows the Knights of Meaford to finally get that puck out of the zone. It was cleared off by Hayden Phillip, number 77, for the Knights of Meaford. He's on the bench now for a line change. Grishitov ran into two players of the Knights of Meaford, allowing a Schickman to cut it from the backhand, and it's loose for a brief moment, and quickly jumping on it was David Reed, but the net has also come off as a result of that rush. Pretty good turnout here at the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena to take on some GMHL action. The last home game of this regular season, the last regular season game of the regular season. And it's again this Thursday. The playoffs will start. Monsterov cuts in. He'll shoot that one. It hit the netminder David Reed, but he was still unable to locate it until the very last moment. Good netminding awareness made by the Netherlands native. Puck slapped off the board, just got away from Charlavatsky. Now he's in a foot race after it against Jordan DeGro. DeGo tried to pull it away, but it comes to the blue line. The Knights touch up, and a power play will be coming up to the Bradford Rattlers. Jordan DeGo, the Calgary, Alberta native, will head off for holding on Felix Chernovatsky, and he's getting off to the bench with his hands kind of shrugged away like, hey, I did my part. Rattlers' second power play is underway here tonight. They are 1 for 1. A snapshot by Schickman, and the slot was blocked in front by Max Johnson, and he's definitely feeling all of that shot. Rattlers have Adam Witkowski, Michael Hill, Oleg Grishatov, Tekoma Schickman, and Rozan Mansurov. The 5 players on in green for this power play unit. Schickman got crunched into the boards, but he pops back up, and Michael Hill was unable to find Grishatov inside the zone. He did find him on that pass, but that puck came outside. So the Rattlers are tagging up, and that's why they are still unable to get into their own zone. But a breakup here, shorthanded for the Knights of Meaford, and a great defensive stick was made by Grishatov to not allow that shot to come close to David Ursek. Offensive zone face-off for the Knights of Meaford, shorthanded. And if you're the Knights of Meaford, if you win this face-off right here, your best bet might just to be backhanding it and slapping it right down to your netminder to kill a lot more time. But they don't get possession off here, and that allows Martin Nagy to leave it for Sigelnik. Sigelnik will find Sven Musi. He's punched over by Jasarek. He and Sven Musi collided a little bit on the blue line, but back into the corner is Sigelnik, leaving it over for Schaller. Schaller to the blue line is Martin Nagy. Number 10 in green can work it over. You see him back at the blue line, have it now. He gets a low one to the net, and it never got in through, but a nice keep in by Frolov. Frolov sauces it over to Nagy. Martin Nagy from the boards goes into the corner to Schaller. A cross-seam pass looking for Sigelnik. Couldn't buy him here. Blue line chance. Vadim Frolov can't get a shot away. Maybe Nagy will. He can't. He'll get it over to Musi in the high slot. He still has possession. Whipping it towards the goal on a turn and fire effort. And a nice jump in by Frolov. He has it. He scores! Vadim Frolov! Out into the air, jumps in and punts it right in the top shelf. So Vadim Frolov makes it 4-1 for the Bradford Rattlers, as that puck looks like it was going to be out of the zone all day long. That puck was a couple feet in the air, but back the other way comes Levitsky on a 2-1 with Bugwash. Levitsky for Bugwash, and it just was a little too hot to handle. Bugwash after it again. It comes to the far side. Kabanov shot it wide. And that one comes screaming out of the zone, but Vadim Frolov, the catch, the pass, the shot, the bar down, everything about that goal was perfect, but come on, that puck was flipped all the way high out of the zone, but Frolov jumping and to keep that puck down and able to play it to himself without a hand pass being called. That is also quite impressive. And the shot too, I mean, he went bar down. That's nothing really more you can say on the shot. It was perfect. Bogwash will lead his way back into the night zone. He'll leave it for a Schickman, a toe drag move, but it comes into the corner. Stefan Levitsky after it for the Rattlers. He'll punch it back down low as Schickman unable to get there in time. That allows Bolduc to take some time and get out of the zone, but a whistle and a penalty is coming up. And good news for the Rattlers, it's coming up against the Knights. So the Bradford Rattlers get their third attempt on the power play here tonight. Mansurov lines in for the face-off. He's able to pull it on back for a Schickman, now to Hill. Hill over to Grishatov. Grishatov unable to get it through, and it's Richardson in the box for the Knights of Meaford. Tacoma Schickman brings it in for Mansurov. Mansurov to the blue line to Grishatov. He'll peel away back to Mansurov. Mansurov looks going wide, trying to find a Schickman in front there, but it was loose for a brief moment. And he picks it up again. It's a Schickman looking for Witkowski. Couldn't quite find him here. Grishatov again. A lot of pressure thus far by the Bradford Rattlers, but no shots have been on goal so far. Mansurov, he'll call it to Hill. His shot was blocked by Jaseric. And that allows the Knights of Meaford to clear that puck down the length of the ice. 9 minutes to go in the period, 1:09 in the power play. Michael Hill to a Schickman. A Schickman, back it comes to Hill. Hill looking over, a Schickman whipping it towards the cage. It went loose and up and high. Mansurov after it now. Under a minute to go on the power play. He got it towards the goal. It was loose, and jumping all upon that rebound was the netminder David Reed for the Knights of Meaford. 54 seconds of power play time to work with for the Bradford Rattlers. Their power play is 24% on the year. That one can be cleared back down by the Knights. Now they're in a foot race. Vadim Frolov, the latest goal scorer, has it now. He made a toe drag effort, and he got it over to Sven Musi. Sven Musi dropping it for Sigelnik. Musi's sticks got slashed out of his hands, but no call. Martin Nagy. Musi's got to get a stick. It was in the passing lane between Nagy and Sigelnik. But Schadler's back after it. He'll get it to the blue line to Martin Nagy, the forward up on defense. A quick snapshot coming by Schadler, and it stopped. .20 seconds at power play time the Rattlers need to work with here. That one comes down low to Sigelnik. The Bradford Rattlers, they have 5 forwards on the ice right now. Very unusual, but might be surprised that not too many teams do this. And if you have all that firepower that the Rattlers have, why not throw 5 forwards onto the ice? They now have, 5. Felix Chernovalsky back on the ice. They do have 1 defenseman on there, so we can say that. Maxim Sigelnik from his own end, unable to handle that clearing attempt. That one was quickly shot back in back there by Derek Morehouse, pardon me. And that allows Stefan Levitsky to leave it for Bogwash, but he overskated it. Levitsky picks up his own self-pass and then shovels it into the timekeeper's area. Neutral zone face-off win for the Rattlers. Oleg Grishatov will skate it into the zone. He weaves his way through. Grishatov, he slammed his way in through. And multiple players are trying to hold back Grishatov. Defending your goalie, that's what it's all about here, folks. And if you ever wonder why some scrums do come up after the whistle has been blown and the goalie has covered the puck, most of the times the scrum breaks out because someone either gave one too many hacks and slashes at the goalie's pads and gloves. That of course your team would take up section 2, because in hockey, you just don't touch the goalie. That's just something you don't do. Some players like to be a little risky, and they love to do that, and they love the consequences that come after, but most of the time you don't want to hit the goalie, or people at least try not to. Bogowash got slammed to the ice and then cross-checked for good measure right in front of the official, but no call. Chernovatsky will slap it back to Grishitov. He'll start his way through, almost lost it, but picking it back up is McCarthy. Julian McCarthy from the blue line. He'll dump it in and give chase. Adam Jaseric, number 66 in red, able to stop it on a cross. It comes to the near wing to the only Meaford Knight goal scorer, Hugo Stenlak, number 71, who's hounded by Bogowash. Finally, Stenlak can get that puck up and out of the zone, but it's handled off by Kabanov with 6 minutes to go in the third. Nice pinch up by Jaseric, number 66. He punches it over for Rotskov. Now Michael Hill clears his zone. A foot race with Mansurov, and he's going to win it. Mansurov, but he's too deep in the corner. He lost an edge trying to stop on a dime. Or is it turn on a dime? I think I said it wrong. Nonetheless, back to the action here. He's getting that puck away is Makar Korochenko. Korochenko, he nearly flew into the end boards, but he got his positioning great. It comes over to Tacoma Schickman. He's pressured off, so it gets slapped back in by Hayden Phillip. Phillip, one more chance there as that pass came off the wing from Jordan DeGraw. Not quite sure if David Ursek got a piece of that shot or not. Michael Hill trying to slap it, a little self pass to himself, can't do so. Back into the zone comes Phillip between the legs, and going down was Kabanov, and that gets a reaction from the Meaford bench. Pavel Rotskov, the defenseman, joining the rush. He leads it, however. He'll drop it to a Schickman, calmly over to Rotskov, and he'll try to wheel it towards goal. Can't get it there. It was loose to Mansurov. He slaps it back down low. A chip effort made by Michael Hill, shrugged off by the netminder Reed. Set play off the boards. Didn't quite work. It just went out of the way of Thomas Gray, the Nunavut native. He and Baxter tie up in front of both benches. Pardon me, that was Baxter, number 77, Hayden Phillip, the Stouffville, Ontario native for the Knights of Meaford. Speaking of the Knights of Meaford, they're trying to clear that puck out of the zone, and they'll do so here. Daniel Suda knocks it down. He'll get over to Hill. Hill backhanding it for Sven Musi. He'll leave it over for Martin Nagy. Nagy between the legs, behind the back, punches it into the corner. He'll find Musi, sharp angle bid, blocked in front there by Max Johnson, the Calgary native. Daniel Suda from the blue line. His shot was shrugged off and covered by the netminder David Reed with no further play with 3:56 to go in the third period. The score is 4 for the Rattlers, 1 for the Knights of Meaford. And again, this is the last regular season game, as next Thursday playoffs will be underway. Rattlers will host, or I believe West Nipissing will be hosting first. Either way, I kind of just spoiled it. They will be playing the West Nipissing Lakes. I'm not too sure if the first game is in Bradford or in West Nipissing. Rattlers did finish ahead of the standing, so home ice advantage should be theirs, but not quite sure how the GMHL schedules their playoff series. They might not even take home and away, or home ice advantage. They might not even do that at all. And by home ice advantage, I mean, say you finish first. You would open games 1, if say it was a 7-game series, open games 1 and 2 at home, 3 and 4 would be on the road, and then 4, 5, and 6 alternating. It would make the most sense that Thursday the game's here in Bradford. Anyway, let's change topics. Let's talk about the actual game being playing right now. Grishitov from the blue line. That shot came from the line, and it went up high and snatched out of the air by the netminder David Reed. Maxim Sigelnik's line has been the most dominant here tonight, and why not throw him out now? Vadim Frolov on there as well. He had the latest Rattler goal that made it 4-1. That deflection by Sigelnik would not go for the Rattlers, as Schaller's back after it. Florent Schaller backhands it to Frolov. Frolov still with it, backhanding it to Sigelnik. They have a little bit of a cycle going on right now. Vadim Frolov, he'll take it on wide. He'll slip it to the far side. He can't find Sigelnik. Nice keep in by him. He flings it back into the corner to Frolov. Frolov trying to play it off the boards and spin it back to himself, but he couldn't do so. The Knights of Meaford trying to break that puck out still, but that puck is still in possession of people in green uniforms. Sigelnik had a shot, so did Chernovalsky, and both of them would not go. Crunch up on the boards. Grishitov from the blue line, he had it. Kicked out with a purpose by the right pad of Reed. Grishitov joins the rush, takes the shot, just ripped it on wide. Frolov after it again. He'll turn and fire. It's a shooting gallery right now on Reed. Grishitov dumped it back down low. He'll pinch up and level his man in front. Sigelnik between the legs, behind the back to the forehand, and he's just shot it wide. Oh my goodness, Rattlers are getting so many chances right now, but they can't hit the net. You make all these nice plays, hit the net please, and another one that just missed as in front of the net. Frolov is in a tie-up battle with Derek Morehouse. Those two were going at it for a solid 30 seconds. Finally, we got a whistle, and I believe David Reed might be injured on this, or he's just out of gas. I think he's just out of gas, folks. Bugwash from the faceoff. Julian McCarthy's line on the ice here with a minute 40 to go in the third period. Again, the score clock reads 4-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. And in the first period, the first goal of the game was scored by Hugo Stenlack, number 71, the Sweden native of the Knights of Meaford. He opened the scoring on the power play halfway through the first. And then the Bradford Rattlers in the second period with 3 straight unanswered and then 1 in the fourth. A pair of 68s collide in front of the boards. Puck freed up by the Knights of Meaford, and out they come. Starting it is DeGo. DeGo couldn't quite get it as deep as he wanted it to, and so he'll try again. DeGo losing it to Witkowski. Witkowski over to Bugwash on the backhand dish, looking for his man, but it's fluttered on the side. Riley Lavallee, he's on after. We're in the final minute of the third period. Lavallee again, he's pressured off by Kabanov. He'll swing it into the zone. Icing will be waved off as David Ursek came out of his cage to play it over to Oleg to Bugwash rather. Number 25 in green can snap a pass over to Witkowski, number 68 in green. Adam Witkowski can go wide, appeal it to himself, finding Bugwash in front. Rebound was loose for a Schickman, but he just couldn't bury it right there. Or pardon me, that was number 5, Julian McCarthy. So the Bradford Rattlers will close out this 2022 regular season with a victory. They will take down the Knights of Meaford and secure an extra 2 points. They won't move anywhere in the standings as they will still be clinched in second place as the division lead and division winner will go to the Temiskaming Titans. Tyler Baxter, a nice stand-up on Hugo Stenlack. 20 seconds ago, you can expect this game to get real physical. We'll let the crowd take you away here with 15 seconds to go. David Urshak, the heroic netminder for the Bradford Rattlers. Look at all the boys covering right in front of the post and all of them giving it a big rub and a big hug while they are at it, because the post definitely bailed out David Urshak and the Rattlers a few times here tonight, as the Bradford Rattlers will bang their sticks and put them up high in the air for us faithful at the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena to close out this 2022 regular season. But the boys in green know that the playoffs are right around the corner. And so this one belongs to the black and green, and they take down the Knights of Meaford by a score of 4-1. And so for Nick Stella and the Bradford Rattlers organization, we bid you all a good hockey night for now, and we will see you all for the Russell Cup playoffs.